It only took 2 trips this week, but we finally got everything we needed. Hey guys, Kira here from 50 Shades of Mom, tips for all shades of mom life, and in today's video I am back to share my weekly grocery haul and meal plan. So I'm actually sitting outside in my car right now. Hubby and I just got home from H.E.B and he just brought the groceries inside, and so I was just taking a quiet moment out here just to film my intro for you guys. So it did take us 2 trips this week to get everything we needed. 3 days ago I did a Walmart grocery pickup and they didn't have like a good portion of what I needed, so we figured we would wait a couple of days, let some other local places stock up, and we hit up a H.E.B. We were lucky enough to see a truck pulling in, and so we pulled in and we were able to get everything we needed, plus I was able to pick up a few things for my mom that she couldn't find in New York. So I'm gonna bring you down to the counter inside the house. I'll show you the groceries I got 3 days ago, the groceries I got today, and then we'll get into the meal plan. Okay, you guys, so there it is, my super small Walmart haul, and I have my phone right here so I can show you guys my substituted items and my out of stock items, and my total came to $49.47. So here, if the phone will focus, there up top are my 2 substituted items, and then here are my out of stock items. So I didn't request too much more than what I already got, but as it was, I was a little disappointed with what they were out of. So as far as produce, I did get a watermelon. I caved. I haven't bought one in a really long time, but my kids keep asking, and so I figured we're getting a little bit closer to the warmer months, so I would see if I would have some success with that. And then I asked for a bag of onions, and it like kicked it back out of my cart and ended up telling me that they were out of stock. So I just bought 2 individual yellow onions, and I don't know, they look like all right. Really not the produce I would have chose for myself, but it'll do for now. And then I got 1 red onion. Like, I feel like that onion has seen better days. I probably wouldn't have chose that one, but I'll just peel that outside stuff away. And I asked for different kind of tomatoes. For some reason they're saying these are the ones that I ordered. There's a lot of yellow and green ones in there. I'm not so sure how Maya's gonna feel about that, like there not being a lot of red, but we shall see. And then as far as the produce that I didn't get, I asked for carrots, they did not have that, and I asked for potatoes, and they did not have that. So those things were out of stock. And then I did try and get a bunch of chicken. I do not have any chicken in the house besides the freezer meals, and we just had those, although if I have to fall back on them I can, but I was just kind of looking for, you know, something to make a different kind of meal. And this is literally the only chicken that I was able to get, and it's the traditional pulled seasoned rotisserie chicken. Now I do have a whole chicken in the deep freezer, the ones that I usually use during meal prep. I've been saving it because it's the only other chicken we have besides a small pack of thighs, and I wanted to hold out because I'm not really prepping like I normally would, because we're not doing the lunches and stuff the same. And so I just figured I can use this for either quesadillas or chicken salad or something I would normally use the one in the freezer for, and I'll just use this. I asked for 2 gallons of whole milk, and they were only able to give me 1. The max is 2, but I still only was able to get 1 gallon of milk, and it was whole milk. It's the only milk that they had. Any other type of milk was gone. I did end up just grabbing some pizzas because, like I said, the lunch in our house is just a little bit different. So I'm not doing like big to-dos. Not that I would only do that for videos, but there's no reason to structure something for a snack and then a big lunch. Like, they're here all day, eating all day. So we're not doing the same thing, and they're all looking to eat at the same time. So I'm looking for things like mac and cheese, pizzas, throwing in chicken nuggets, a way to make something for all of them at one time, as opposed to making these individual catered lunches like I normally do when they would go to school. So I did ask for 2 of the Tony's cheese. They only were able to give me 1. Again, the max was 2, but I guess it was the only one. I don't know. So I only got 1 of the cheese pizza, and then I got 2 of the rising crust meat. This is not the one I chose. I chose like a Tony's like this of the meat, and this is the one that they were able to give me. So I'm sure they won't complain about that, but these are really helpful for me to just have, you know, some lunches for them to, you know, to throw in. I did just get one of our late July sea salt thin and crispy chips. Jake likes to have nachos if it's something that we're not going to have for dinner that he likes. And these chips, just, they're very thin and crispy, but the bag, honestly, the chips start here. So it's a lot of bag that you're paying for that you're not getting chips. And Jake's a big boy, so two portions out of there and it's done. So I picked that up for him. And then, you guys, the creamer struggle is so real. So I put 2 of these in my cart, and then I put 1 of the powdered mix as a fallback just in case. They only gave me 1 of these and no powder. So I don't really know, and that's why I threw a peppermint mocha in my cart. I still have tons of Christmassy kind of pods that would work, and being that I can't get any other creamer, I thought I would leave that one for Daryl and Jacob. Like, now that Jacob's home and he gets up a little bit later and he can sit at the table and do homework, he's having a cup of coffee. So now we're really going through creamer, and it's unbelievable. So I got the peppermint mocha. I figured that's something I can use in mine for all of those. And then I got 2 boxes of Tylenol. This is actually not for me. Long Island has been hit pretty bad. Last time my dad checked, there's over 10,000 infected on Long Island. So I really don't want my mother with her stroke to go out, and she can't take Advil. It's not allowed. She can only take Tylenol, and she literally is having a hard time finding this. And so they would only let me, you know, get 2, which is fine, but they only had the small ones. So I think this was like $3.98 a piece, and it's only the 24 capsules. But I got 2 boxes for her, and I'm just going to make a little care package for my mom and send her, you know, anything that she can't find where she is. And then Scrubby Bubbles. I just got some of the stuff that I put inside of my toilet bowl to make it smell good. But all right, guys, that is it. So I sent a picture to hubby and let him know what I couldn't get at Walmart, and if while he was out he could grab anything or try anything to find anything that we couldn't get off the list. I also couldn't get French fries. I asked for French fries, just 1 bag of it, and I couldn't get that. I couldn't get cream of chicken soup, which I asked for. I needed that for a recipe, and I couldn't get it. So I'm not really sure what else I'll be able to snag, but for right now, this is what we got. Okay, you guys, so back for haul number 2. It's actually been 3 days since I've talked to you guys last, and I finally got a chance to go back out to the stores. I was with my husband, and we were by a H.E.B, and as we were pulling up to the stoplight, there was a big H.E.B delivery truck pulling away from the store. So we were like, you know what? That's a good chance that they just got some kind of delivery. Let's pop in and see what that they got, and we did pretty good. This was $84, and this should be more than enough now for what we need. So I did get some carrots. That's what we couldn't get at Walmart, so that's great because I needed it for a recipe that day, and so I pushed it off to later in the week, so now I can still make it, so that's good. So picked up that, and then, oh my goodness, like, I didn't even know every single one of the Honeycrisp apples were that big, and they were $2.97 a pound, and this was 1.085 pounds. So this was like a $3.50 apple, and it blew my mind. But they were all like this, so I was like, okay, well, we're not getting a whole bunch of them, but I had to bring this home for Mason because, you know, my kid and apples, and it's, do you see that? It's the size of a can of soup. Like, I've just never, my hand doesn't, look at that. It's just, this is unbelievable. Like, I don't even know what to say. So I had to get that Honeycrisp apple, but again, just one. And then they did have some soup, but this is literally the only cream of chicken soup that they had on the shelf. It's the Hill Country Fare, which is H.E.B brand, and it's the healthy kind, which is fine. I've never made the recipe with like the thinner soup, but I do have a little bit of heavy cream, so if I need to thicken it a little bit, I can, but it should be fine. So I got that for that recipe. And then I did grab some yogurt for the kids. I wasn't even thinking thinking about it because I did have still 4, like 1 box of these frozen in the freezer, but the ones that we get from Walmart are normally half of the grape and then half plain strawberry. This is strawberry banana, and I've not ever seen this one before, so I just thought it would be a nice little surprise for the kids than what they're used to having. So got that, and then just got 1 bag of potatoes. Like I said, I had that on my list for Walmart and couldn't get that, and then I went one way and hubby went the other way, so we each kind of came back with what we thought was a big score. So Daryl saw them unpacking meat, and so he grabbed this club pack of the pork spare ribs. He loves these. These are the boneless kind. This is the one that I wish I had Saucy Susan from Long Island for, because Saucy Susan on this would be amazing. But these are really, really good for the crock pot, and we've been leaning towards those meals, and I figured I could do the same thing with what I've been doing with my freezer meals, make half of this and freeze the rest. And so I'm going to do that with a recipe that I have that I think is going to be really good, and I think I'm going to share it with you guys. So that worked out good. So we picked that up, and then he scored chicken, you guys. This was seriously, like, I almost cried because we had none, and I still had food to fall back on for the dogs if I had to, like the regular canned food, but we didn't have any. Just that 1 bag of the frozen, small little frozen boneless patties. Those were the only chicken that I had left. And so I did get that rotisserie chicken, but there's still just, there really wasn't anything I could use like cutlets with. So I was really happy to see that he grabbed it. It's 6 pounds. That's more than enough. So I'll just use that frozen one for the pups if it comes down to it, and this will be great for some meals. So happy to grab that score. I did also have hot dogs on the list, and not one stinking place has had a hot dog, but we did see the corn dogs for the kids, and they haven't gotten these in a wicked long time. I thought this would be a treat. Jacob doesn't like these, but I'll just make him something else on a day that I make the little kids a corn dog, but I thought that was a pretty good deal. They were like $3. We couldn't get French fries from Walmart. That was another thing that they didn't have, and I didn't even realize that frozen foods were such a depletion, but the sign in H.E.B said 4 frozen products per customer. So I thought that was like amazing, how much that they're really just trying to make sure that there's none of that stockpiling. So I thought that was really awesome. I picked out waffle fries because I know Jake really loves them, and we still have that Rico's nacho cheese cheddar, and he likes Friendly's fries, how they do like the big waffle thing. So I thought that would be kind of neat for Jake. And then Daryl saw these, and he's like a big Checkers person. Comment down below, let me know if you know like Checkers or Rallies. We used to have a Checkers on Long Island right at the corner by my mom's block, and neither of us were like really crazy about the food, but we love the spicy fries. So he grabbed those, and then we did, this is the meat that I found in my cart. So I found ground beef, but there wasn't a whole lot. There was a limit of 2, but I only got 1 because I will be back in the store in a week or 10 days or so again, and I'll look, but I shouldn't need it, and so this will just be enough to have some other variety in the freezer. So I just got 1 2.27 pound thing of ground chuck, and then OMG, my meatless night this week is going to be fabulous, and it is bacon wrapped shrimp with Monterey Jack cheese and jalapeno. Like, I am so super stoked about that. And then I was able to grab another thing of Tylenol for my mom. This is the 100 tablets. So this was $10, but now she should have enough between what I got her and at Walmart and then what I got her this time. That should be perfect. That's 150. That should last her a couple of months, and hopefully we'll be out of the wind by then. So I can't wait to send my mom this little I'm thinking of you care package, especially since I'm sure she's feeling lonely not being able to leave the house. And then, hooray, scored some mega creamer. So got another one of the French vanilla, so that's great. And then, hello, they had that cinnamon toast crunch, and I needed it in my life. I had to try it. So now we are well stocked on creamer, and we should be good for a little bit. So that is it, guys. I think I have more than enough for the next 10 days. Now let's get into the meal plan.
Okay, you guys, so here is the meal plan for March the 30th through April the 5th. And I feel like every time we get into a new month, I'm always like, wow, you guys, where'd the time go? How is it April? But for right now, it feels like it should be June. Right now, we've been stuck in the house so long. So not the first time I'm saying that. I'm glad we're actually into April. The sooner we can get over this, the better. So for Monday, we're actually bumping 50 Shades of Chicken, and we're doing that tonight instead. You guys, yesterday I felt like today I don't feel like doing anything. Yeah, it was that kind of day. Like, I did not want to do anything. So we actually supported a local business and ordered from a local pizzeria. We never order out, and it was absolutely delicious. I got a gyro that I ate open-faced, and hubby got some chicken Alfredo, and the kids got pizza, and everybody was happy. And so it ended up being good. And then we just bumped the 50 Shades of Chicken for today. So today's going to be the 50 Shades of Chicken with mashed potatoes and corn. And then tomorrow for Taco Tuesday, we're going to do one of those oven freezer meals, that easy taco casserole. So I'm excited about that. We really enjoyed that. And then for Wednesday, we're going to do the cheesy bacon chicken. I'm pretty sure that this is a recipe I shared in my cookbook, and it's definitely one of our favorites. So we're going to have that with some loaded waffle fries and some rainbow cauliflower. And I'm going to finish up my meal prep for the week that day. And then on Thursday, we're going to do hot open sandwiches. So I still have some of that cold cut turkey from Costco, and I made some homemade gravy. Marissa gave me a turkey carcass that she made. She doesn't do like broth or anything like that. So she gave me all the drippings from the bottom of her pan, where I made some gravy with that. And then I also boiled the carcass and got a whole bunch of broth, which was really awesome. And actually the gravy, do you guys remember, it was like a meal prep video from a while ago. I showed you that I had made a pot pie, and I did turkey pot pies for Daryl, and I used the coconut flour, and the consistency of the inside of the pot pie got really weird. And I froze the pieces, and I said that once we had gravy, or I bought turkey gravy, we would go ahead and have them. So we're gonna have that for lunch one day this week with that turkey gravy, and I'm really excited because those were really good, but they just needed something else. So I'm excited about the gravy for that, and then we'll use the other portion of the gravy for the hot open sandwiches, and we'll do that with mac and cheese and those like really fun carrots, the frozen carrots I got from Trader Joe's. So we'll do that on Thursday. And then Friday is our no meat Friday, so I'll do breakfast omelets and sausage for the kiddos, and we'll do some fruit, that watermelon and some berries. And then on Saturday, I'm going to do those barbecue ribs, and I'm going to film that to share with you guys. That's going to go in the crock pot, and I'll do that with Parmesan orzo. I have a cooking video for that, so I'll link that up above and down below for you guys, and we'll do that with some broccoli. And then on Sunday, I'm finally going to do that penne alla vodka. I still have that prosciutto. I don't want it to go to waste. I have those garlic bread cheesy sticks from Trader Joe's, and we'll do that with salad. And it sounds delicious, and I'm excited about it. And it is a really yummy week. So that is it for this week's grocery haul and meal plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you guys are new here, I do post a grocery haul once a week on this channel. For everybody else, you guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.